Hello, lone wolves. In the intricate landscape of masculine personality types, there exists a rare and often overlooked archetype, the Sigma male. Unlike the more widely recognized alpha and beta personalities, who function within established social hierarchies, either by leading the pack or supporting it, the Sigma male walks an entirely different path. He is not motivated by dominance or submission, nor does he seek validation through his rank in a social structure. Instead, he operates as a sovereign entity, guided by an unwavering internal compass, independent in thought and action. The Sigma male is self-contained, self-directed, and resolutely free from conventional expectations. This personality type is embodied by those enigmatic individuals who naturally command attention, not through overt assertion or dominance, but through presence, composure, and depth. They are just as comfortable in solitude as they are in social settings, thriving in both without becoming dependent on either. Their choices and behavior are shaped by a deep sense of personal principle, rather than the shifting winds of cultural trends or peer pressure. What sets them apart most is their quiet confidence, an unshakable self-assurance that doesn't need to be announced or reinforced by external applause. The Sigma male's very existence poses a challenge to mainstream views on social psychology. While many theories suggest that human beings are wired for status-seeking and group inclusion, the Sigma male proves that strength can arise from solitude and influence can emerge from intentional disengagement. He is a living contradiction to the idea that success requires visibility or that value is defined by popularity. In this comprehensive exploration, we will delve into 6 foundational traits that define the Sigma male's approach to life, relationships, and the pursuit of self-mastery. By examining these core characteristics, we aim to demystify why this personality type is so often misunderstood, and why, despite its elusive nature, it holds profound lessons for anyone striving to live authentically in a world that increasingly rewards imitation over individuality. The Sigma male may not seek the spotlight, but his philosophy of life offers a guiding light for those navigating the noise of conformity. 1. The intellectual rebel, a mind that refuses to be tamed. Sigma males are wired to think differently, and their intellectual stance sets them apart from the crowd. Psychologically, they embody what cognitive scientists refer to as an independent cognitive style, a way of processing the world that places personal to some and above collective agreement. This manifests in a deep-seated tendency towards skeptical inquiry, where every piece of conventional wisdom is automatically questioned rather than accepted at face value. Their minds are skilled at pattern recognition, spotting hidden connections and inconsistencies that others might miss. They exhibit cognitive flexibility, comfortably entertaining opposing viewpoints without the need to immediately resolve them. At their core, Sigmas are truth-oriented. They value what is accurate, not what is popular. Neurological studies support this tendency toward independent thought. Neuroimaging reveals that Sigma males show increased activity in the dorsolateral prefrontal cortex, an area associated with complex decision-making, while showing reduced activation in regions associated with social conformity. Their brains also demonstrate enhanced connectivity between analytical and creative networks, making them both rational and imaginative. However, this intellectual independence doesn't come without a price. Sigma males often experience social friction, as groups tend to punish nonconformity, even when it brings value. Their critical thinking may be misinterpreted as arrogance or contrarianism, and the depth of their analysis often leaves them feeling isolated, with few peers who truly understand their mental world. They may also struggle with communicating complex ideas in simplified terms, leading to misunderstandings. Historically, individuals like Socrates, Galileo, and Tesla faced similar struggles, initially rejected or marginalized for their unconventional ideas, only to be celebrated later for their brilliance. Sigma males recognize this pattern and adapt accordingly. They become masters of selective expression, knowing when to share their perspectives and when to remain silent. They compartmentalize, keeping personal conclusions separate from public interactions, and they withdraw tactically from debates that offer more heat than light. Ultimately, their intellectual rebellion is not a performance. It is a natural result of seeing the world in a way they refuse to distort for the sake of acceptance. 2. The lone wolf paradox. Solitude without isolation. Unlike common stereotypes about loners, Sigma males thrive in solitude not because they're antisocial, but because their relationship with social connection is fundamentally different. They reframe what it means to be connected. Rather than seeking constant interaction, Sigma males pursue meaningful, high-quality relationships while maintaining strong personal boundaries. They enjoy intimacy and friendship, but avoid emotional dependency. For them, solitude is not a punishment. It's a form of restoration. Psychological research backs this up. Sigma males often score high on secure attachment styles, meaning they can form healthy relationships without becoming emotionally enmeshed. They exhibit strong emotional self-sufficiency and tend to be motivated intrinsically, driven by internal values rather than external validation. Their social investment is selective, and they intuitively know when and where to give their energy. Neurologically, this comfort with being alone is reflected in their brain activity. Sigma-type individuals show balanced functioning of the default mode network, the brain system for self-reflection and internal thought. They also demonstrate efficient processing of social information and reduced activation in neural pathways linked to loneliness. Their stable serotonin levels suggest that they remain emotionally grounded, regardless of how socially active they are. Their social adaptability is particularly noteworthy. In professional environments, they are focused and competent, engaging only in necessary political navigation. In intimate gatherings, they are fully present and excellent listeners. At large social events, they may hang back, observing more than participating. But when alone, they are often their most productive and creative. This flexibility doesn't stem from fear or discomfort. It is a conscious choice. Sigma males know that their best self is preserved through deliberate engagement and intentional solitude. 3. The freedom imperative, autonomy as oxygen. For Sigma males, freedom is not a luxury. It is an essential condition for well-being. Autonomy flows through every area of their lives, from their careers to their relationships to how they structure their daily routines. In their professional lives, they resist micromanagement and thrive in environments where results matter more than rigid processes. They prefer to operate under flexible systems, valuing mastery of their craft over climbing traditional hierarchies or collecting superficial type. In relationships, Sigma males seek partners who respect their space. They avoid those who are emotionally clingy or controlling, and they establish boundaries clearly and unapologetically. Their connections are authentic, but not transactional. They reject the give-to-get mentality that often underpins conditional relationships. Their lifestyle mirrors this freedom-centric mindset. Sigma males minimize obligations that don't serve their growth or peace of mind. They design their days around their natural energy rhythms, not arbitrary societal schedules. They guard their time with intention and prefer enriching experiences over material possessions. Interestingly, this fierce commitment to autonomy is paired with a strong sense of personal responsibility. Sigma males are not escapists or rebels without cause. They often show higher than average accountability, a strong work ethic when pursuing self-directed goals, and a consistent moral compass. Psychologists describe this as integrated motivation, taking action because it aligns with one's internal values, not because of external pressure or reward. To preserve their freedom, Sigma males develop robust systems. Financial buffering is common. They maintain emergency funds or multiple income streams to avoid dependence. They filter their social lives, quickly recognizing and distancing themselves from draining individuals. They defend their schedules ruthlessly, saying no to distractions, and they craft living and working spaces that fuel their independence. These strategies are not defensive. They are proactive tools that allow Sigma males to stay self-directed in a world constantly pulling toward conformity. For the independent thinker's mind, a cognitive dissection, Sigma males demonstrate a distinctly unique way of processing information and engaging with the world intellectually. Their minds are constantly operating on multiple tracks as they instinctively engage in multi-perspective analysis, evaluating any situation or idea from various angles simultaneously. Rather than accepting surface-level explanations, they are root-cause-oriented, always digging deeper to understand the foundational mechanisms behind the problem. Their mental reflexes include long-term consequence mapping, mentally simulating what-if scenarios to forecast how decisions or events may ripple into the future. Ideas are never simply adopted. They are filtered through personal values. ensuring that what they accept aligns with their internal compass rather than popular opinion. From a cognitive science perspective, these traits align with several high-functioning mental attributes. Sigma males often possess a high working memory capacity, enabling them to juggle and manipulate multiple ideas at once. They show strong cognitive inhibition, allowing them to block out irrelevant stimuli and focus on what matters. Their thinking is highly metacognitive, meaning they not only think deeply but are also aware of and can evaluate their own thought processes. Combined with strong inclination toward divergent thinking, this cognitive style enables them to generate original ideas, see unseen possibilities, and solve problems creatively. This mental architecture fuels exceptional creativity. Sigma males are not just outside-the-box thinkers. They reconstruct the box altogether. Their creativity is evident in innovative problem-solving, where conventional solutions are discarded in favor of novel approaches. They synthesize unrelated concepts into entirely new frameworks, allowing for visionary insight. Their strong foresight enables them to predict trends or unintended consequences long before others even recognize a problem. And because they are adaptable thinkers, they can pivot strategies rapidly in response to new data. Many of history's great minds, Leonardo da Vinci, Albert Einstein, Nikola Tesla, reflected similar patterns of insight-driven thought, often choosing truth and progress over popularity or comfort. However, in a world that favors conformity, independent thought can be a liability. Sigma males often experience friction in traditional environments. To survive and thrive, they've developed adaptive strategies, such as information triaging, which allows them to quickly identify valuable insights amid informational clutter. They've honed the art of communication code switching, adjusting their language and delivery depending on their audience to avoid being misunderstood. Through strategic silence, they know when it's wiser to hold back their insights rather than disrupt an unproductive or closed-minded discussion. They also practice mental sanctuary rituals, habits and routines that protect their mental clarity and recharge their cognitive reserves. These practices help them preserve their intellectual independence without creating unnecessary social conflict. 5. Quiet confidence, the power of unadvertised competence. One of the most defining qualities of Sigma males is their quiet, unwavering confidence. Unlike performative or superficial displays of ego, the Sigma male self-assurance is rooted in internal validation. They know who they are and what they are capable of without needing others to affirm it. This confidence is stable across situations, not rising or falling with the crowd's opinion. They express themselves with understated competence, preferring depth and substance over flash and show. For Sigma males, failure is not a threat to their identity, but an opportunity to learn and refine themselves. Their confidence fuels a growth mindset that prioritizes continuous improvement over the need to appear infallible. The neuroscience of this type of confidence is compelling. Studies show that individuals with authentic self-assurance exhibit balanced amygdala activity, which indicates a reduced fear response in uncertain or high-stakes situations. Their prefrontal cortex, responsible for decision-making and executive function, is highly regulated, allowing for clear thinking and deliberate action. Their self-concept is supported by well-integrated neural networks, resulting in a stable and coherent sense of identity. Unlike those who rely on applause to feel valuable, Sigma males maintain stable dopamine levels even when social feedback is neutral or absent. This allows them to stay focused and internally motivated. The social effects of this quiet confidence are profound. Sigma males often attract others through their grounded presence. People are drawn to their calm, composed demeanor. Their consistency and emotional regulation build trust effortlessly. They tend to disarm conflict, not through intimidation, but through their non-reactive nature. When leadership is required, they often rise to the occasion without seeking authority, naturally guiding others through example and clarity. Because their confidence doesn't require validation, it is far more enduring and credible than the attention-seeking behaviors often mistaken for strength. In short, their power is in their presence, not their performance. 6. The social chameleon. Contextual mastery. Despite their reputation for solitude, Sigma males are remarkably adept at navigating diverse social environments. They possess a refined ability to quickly read the emotional and relational dynamics of any setting. This contextual intelligence allows them to adapt their communication style, tone, and approach based on who they're interacting with and what the situation requires. Whether they're engaging with a close friend, a corporate executive, or a stranger from a different culture, Sigma males can adjust without losing their sense of self. They build rapport with a wide range of personality types, often becoming a bridge between disparate groups. This social adaptability is rooted in several psychological and emotional capacities. Sigma males are highly observant, often picking up on microexpressions and subtle behavioral cues that others overlook. They display strong cognitive empathy, enabling them to understand diverse viewpoints without necessarily adopting them. Their advanced emotional regulation helps them manage their own reactions and stay composed in volatile situations. And they possess well-developed code-switching skills, allowing them to modify their language, mannerisms, and even energy levels to match the room without appearing fake. What sets Sigma males apart from typical social chameleons is their authenticity. Their flexibility doesn't come from a desire to please everyone, but from a principled adaptability. They practice selective self-disclosure, choosing which parts of themselves to reveal based on context, while maintaining their core identity. They adapt their approach, not their values. They're also acutely aware of their own energy levels, engaging only when the exchange feels meaningful and knowing when it's time to disengage or retreat. This ability to balance adaptability with integrity creates a paradox. They are both incredibly fluid and unshakably grounded, a combination that often confuses more rigid or conformist individuals. The practical benefits of this chameleon-like nature are wide-ranging. In professional settings, Sigma males excel at bridging silos, mediating conflicts, and translating complex ideas across disciplines. They can read and maneuver through organizational politics without becoming entangled in them. In social environments, they're skilled at putting people at ease, facilitating genuine conversations, and offering fresh perspectives without provoking defensiveness. Personally, their adaptability allows for continuous learning from diverse experiences, expanding their worldview and avoiding intellectual echo chambers. As life evolves, Sigma males remain relevant, resilient, and relational, without ever becoming replicas of those around them. Conclusion: the Sigma male's evolutionary role. In today's world, overwhelmed by constant connectivity, relentless social comparison, and mounting pressure to conform, the Sigma male stands as a vital counterweight. He is not merely an outsider by choice, but a necessary figure in the modern psychological landscape. His presence quietly affirms that there are still individuals who thrive without seeking external validation, proving that self-determination is a more enduring source of confidence than societal approval. In every area of life, he prioritizes quality over quantity, whether it's in relationships, ideas, or experiences, choosing depth and meaning over noise and popularity. The Sigma's life philosophy suggests that substance can outshine spectacle, and that a lasting, meaningful impact doesn't require a spotlight or an audience. His ability to adapt fluidly to his environment while remaining deeply rooted in personal values reveals that flexibility and integrity are not mutually exclusive. He challenges a false dichotomy between being true to oneself and being socially adaptable. He embodies both seamlessly. For those who see reflections of themselves in the Sigma archetype, the path forward involves both honoring their unique disposition and navigating its inherent challenges. This means learning to embrace solitude without falling into isolation, to protect one's energy without withdrawing from contribution, and to maintain independence while still opening up to meaningful, selective relationships. Perhaps most importantly, it involves recognizing the value of one's own vision and using that unique vantage point not just for self-preservation, but for the subtle betterment of the world around them. Ultimately, the Sigma male's greatest offering to society may be his mere existence, a quiet but profound reminder that there are many valid paths to fulfilling life. His journey shows that it's possible to move through the world on your own terms, to live deeply without living loudly, and that sometimes the most powerful evolution is the one that happens in silence, on the path less traveled but no less meaningful. Do you resonate with the ideas I shared in this video? Share your thoughts in the comments below. If you're interested in more content about Sigma males, explore the other videos on this channel. Thanks for watching.